Bro Church is a highly sophisticated podcast, hosted by highly sophisticated people. If you believe that, I'll tell you another.
Guess who's back in the hizzy for shizzy? We stay busy, don't get dizzy. That's the Dave, I'm Felix, this is Bro Church. We are just two guys, two dads, two fellas, two brothers from another. We get together every now and then to shoot the shit, talk about badass shit that people do, that the men are doing. Ladies, we show love too. We don't discriminate, we regulate. We regulate. Dave and I are, we were talking the other day, and Dave, I brought up this particular weird fact about myself that my wife has to break me out of. I don't care if I go on vacations. Mm. And I started wondering, is that healthy? Do men not give a fuck about vacations? Am I in the minority? I know you and I kind of think alike sometimes in this world here. Like, we're kind of like, I guess, like, yeah, if you want to go do something, we'll go do something. But it's never on my bucket list. Like, my wife has it prioritized. Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if age has to be a part of it too, because I think when we were from where I can remember, even younger, I was like, no, I'm good. Yeah.
I've
but
always
you know
been
what? You know what's funny is, but once we're there, it's like, all right, let's have some fun.
Yeah.
But I guess it's just, I think it's like I was mentioning earlier, I think it's a growing number of guys that are just like, nah, I'm good with what we got at home, especially if your home is set up so comfortably, with everything that you have, everything that you need. Going to vacation is it's tough, because you got to plan, you got to budget, you got to plan. And then when you get there, you're planning, you're fucking more planning.
Yeah. It's like, there's like an itinerary to I'm not like that too. When I do go on vacation, dude, I don't want to be bothered.
and I'm telling you, let's give credit where credit's due. Like we, and don't get it twisted. Like I know for a fact that it's like 90% our wives planning it, but yet that 10%, not even 10%.
I was about to say 99.5.
Yeah. Like they plan 99.5% of the trip. Like, I'm talking about from, day one to dealing with the kids, to the food, to the itinerary, but that 0.5% that we're so responsible for, we're just like, you know what? I don't feel like doing it.
Yeah, I think I found peace in like trying to be better at understanding. Like, I need to be more proactive at understanding that we need time and vacations and shit like that. But even when it comes down to it, I always just go with the flow. I think I'm pretty vocal with my wife, like when I don't want to do something on vacation. Like, when I am on vacation, I'm not a big, let's go hit up all the sites. Now, for my wife, I'll do something here and there, like, because you want to do something you're not going to be able to do at any other time. But at the same time, I don't want to be busy when I'm on vacation, because I'm busy in my everyday life. And I think, like, there's times where I get turned off by vacations, because I'm like, listen, you're going to have me walking around. Like, I really want to sleep in and not be bothered, because I don't get to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to scroll on my phone and not be interrupted
Zone
for
out.
5 hours in the AC with a drink in my hand. Like, I'm getting excited now just talking about it. It's so horrible.
I think that, you know what? we're lucky because we got somebody to break us out of it. Because the last time we went on vacation, I think it was that house, the one that we the Airbnb house over at Bethany.
That was the last time you guys were on vacation.
That big, yeah.
I got you. That was the last time I was on a big family vacation.
Yeah, it's been.
That was big.
Yeah,
David and I went on a family vacation,
and that was one where. Yeah, it was. That was the one where like I dreaded the packing, I dreaded the traffic, but when I got there, it was instant, relaxation. Like, oh, I can do it. And that's my problem. It's like when I get there, the biggest turnoff is I'm already anticipating issues, with travel. And my brain goes automatically to like security mode, like make sure everybody's safe. What's in the house,
What happened if a fucking
nuclear bomb takes off and at Bethany Beach for some random reason? So I'm sitting there like, or Godzilla decides to attack Bethany just out of the blue, like. So my brain's like, all right, let's prepare for this, But I don't know for you, like, what's your biggest turn off against, like, in the beginning? Because I know there's a trigger somewhere and before the vacation that starts this, and I know a lot of it's like, for me, honestly, it's just like you said, it's work. Work burns me out. Where I just don't want to do anything. It's the decision fatigue, I guess you want to call it.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. Can you
even though again,
can
credit
you
due
yourself, dude?
Yeah, even though I'm only making that 0.5% decision, and Ronnie's doing everything else.
Can you center your camera real quick, dude?
Jesus, man, all picky and shit about my camera.
I've been trying to talk. You keep talking over me. There you go.
Hey.
So when I make the little reels and stuff, you won't be off to the left.
I'm gonna be like this. So like I was saying,
decision fatigue is and look, maybe like you're right. You make a very good point. We're blessed to have like people in our life that force it, because Alexandra is the opposite of that. And I know she holds herself back from doing certain things because she knows I'm going to check out. And I try to force myself out of some of that, and I have. And then there's stuff where I can't. I think one of the things for me is like, one of the things that turned me off about vacation is like the amount of money that gets spent when we're on vacation. I'm like, we just spent money to go on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm worried about how much money are we spending while. So I don't like, I know you get the little souvenirs for the kids and shit if they're not there, or some family members, but like I'm a big I'm not getting anybody anything because like,
oh, we don't. Yeah, we
like
don't.
I just like, if I can, if it's something, now if I see something special or particular, if I were to see a skull with a crown out in the Bahamas, I'm like, all right, I got to get Dave this, because it's just, when am I going to find something like that?
Yeah, but to me,
shot glass from every freaking place we try. Like, come on, I'm not getting a license plate. I'm not getting a T-shirt.
I'm the guy that if we go on vacation, we're doing the souvenirs. I'm like, oh, like that skull thing that you were talking about. Like, oh man, that's a cool skull necklace. Man, maybe I should get that for Felix. And then I'll call you like, hey, whenever you're in Jamaica, there's a souvenir shop that maybe you should get the skull necklace.
I'm going to send you the directions.
I'm going to give you the GPS coordinates. That's my gift to you. Whenever you're here, make sure you stop in and get it.
You take a picture of it. Ronnie, take a picture of me with this, and then you save it and you frame it for Christmas, and you gift it to me
with directions, with the business card from the gift shop.
It's the longitude and latitude on the bottom of the photo. Yeah, traveling sucks. I do get it, like, in a cerebral sense of like, all right, we're traveling, or we're going to do this. We're leaving at this time. I'm already starting to register in my brain like, all right, don't slow me down, people, because when I get behind the wheel, I want to go. And I have, you know how it is when you're like, if I usually get to this point by this time. So if I don't get to this point by this time, I'm pissed off.
Yeah.
And if I'm early, I'm like, that's right. That's
dude.
fucking
My
right.
job is literally dispatching. So I'm everything, every route, every mileage you can think of. I already have like an itinerary for it, and I'm like, this is the window we're going at. And if you know what, it builds anxiety before we leave. I'm like, if I say we're leaving at 9, and it's like 10 minutes before 9, my anxiety starts to kick because I'm like, we got to go.
Yeah.
Because I wired my brain so much because of work that, on this time out the gate, we got to do this, So now I'm like treating my family like, get out, let's go.
Yeah, and if you're traveling with other people that are like driving with you, then it's like, okay, but like don't like keep up with me.
Yeah.
Don't, obviously I don't want to be a dick and like lose you, but like you got to keep up with me because I'm going to move. And then it's just like, I don't know how you are, but like I have a certain way of going, like to Delaware, for example. I have my way of going. I've come to terms now in 20 some years that it's not the quickest way. I understand that. But I'm always like, why do you go? Like when my mom goes a different way, or my daughter, now that my kids, especially my Kirsten now driving, and I'm like, you know how to get back home, you're going to follow me. She's like, no, GPS, I'm just following the GPS. I'm like, all right. And then if she tells me GPS is telling me to go, and I'll be like, that's so dumb. Like, don't do that.
Because you have your own.
I'll see her. See her like we'll split. Like at 896, and I make a left on the 40. She goes straight on, and I'm like, why are you going that way? And I'm like it's so like
that's
not
like
based on anything.
Like, come on, you're paying an extra $1.
And then we get home, and Kirsten's like pulling up right behind me or already parked. And I'm like, whatever, fuck that.
Go out there.
My way's still faster.
Just walk up there, flatten her tire.
I think that's just like what guys do. It's just like I don't know if that's like an alpha thing. I don't know if all men are like that, but you watch these TV shows and movies where they show, the stereotypical male when they're driving, and it's true. There's a lot of truth to traveling. It's like, no, don't spend money. No, I got my way of going. No, I don't want to stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't show me things when I'm trying to drive. When you're talking to me, use small words. Because I'm driving.
Or if you're, for some reason, every guy in the nation does this. When you get lost, the radio turns off. Music.
Yeah, you got to think because
you got to think.
Yeah.
No music. Everybody needs to stop talking. I got to focus. I got to see where I'm at.
I need to turn it down so I can hear my surroundings.
My surroundings, like, oh wait, the crow I hear is on the east. I think we're going the right way. Like that's gonna change the directions or anything. But I think I don't know. You like you said before. You're saying if this is a problem, I think it does stem from somewhere. I don't know if it's called a problem, but I think it just does stem from, how we were raised.
My dad never went on. My dad went on vacations with us. God rest his soul.
That must be nice.
There were a lot. There we go. I tell you, you're so predictable.
Must be nice, whatever. It's okay.
But there were times too. Let me know when you're done playing your fucking violin.
Yeah.
There were times where my dad would work and he wouldn't go on vacation, and I don't know to this day. I kind of feel like my dad was kind of like, no, just go. Go. I'm gonna work.
He probably was.
Because he was like, I'm gonna go work and then I'll come home and I gotta deal with nobody.
Yeah,
And maybe that was good for him, but it sucked, I guess, for us in a way. Probably definitely sucked for my mom because she had to take the kids every time on vacation. But I'm wondering if I get that like, it's not really on my radar, but if we do it, we do it.
Yeah. Mine just left. So I don't know how that plays into my vacation, but whatever.
I wonder if I have any sad music.
Sad music.
I should. No.
That's not even.
That's not sad.
You got to do the Hulk Walkaway song.
I should have. I gotta upload.
You gotta save that one. Yeah, I'm just saying. Whatever. No, but I think with how
what are you playing with over there? What is that sound?
Huh?
Are you playing
with feet? Little feet.
Yeah, but I hear like change or something.
Yeah,
or...
they're plastic feet. Sorry. I
See?
fidget.
You see? You
I
see?
fidget.
This is what I'm dealing with. Trying to have a conversation, and you're playing with fidgety things.
We're not on vacation. We're not on vacation, okay? I can do things.
Now I gotta go on vacation.
Now I gotta go on vacation. I think when we figure out what triggers it, because there's a trigger. There's a trigger somewhere that's as soon as you hear the word vacation, like for instance, like you said, financial. You know, I think if the learning lesson is if whatever the trigger is, I think maybe that's where we need to start. If it is a problem, if it's causing like issues with, you know, going on vacation and your wife is getting pissed off because she just wants to spend time with you, then we got to do our work, man. We got to find what triggers it and then figure out what we can do to make it better, because it might even help us. Who knows? You know, if it's financial, then maybe start a savings, vacation savings.
It doesn't matter how much money we save. I just don't like seeing. Yeah, man. I'm like, we just spent money. We saved money to come here.
Yeah.
And now you want to, no. Like, that's where my brain is, you know, and sometimes I got to turn it off. It's more so like that when it's like the whole family. Like if it's just like my wife and I have, my brain's different. I'm like, yeah, let's do something. Like I'm less stressed, only because, you know, when children are there, you're very protected. Like you said, like, what the kid's doing, what's going on. No, we're not buying anything. No, because if I buy this now, I got to buy another one for you. And then tomorrow's another day of fuckery.
Yep.
Like, no, I don't want to do. And it's like, why am I wired that way? And I'm just wondering. That's why I brought it up to you last week, because I'm like, man, that's not healthy. Like, are men more prone to be like that and easier to go along with it? Because I know some guys that are not like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And maybe they had a great
They
experience.
love vacations. They wanna go, and you know, I'm just like, that's kind of extra. But maybe that's me and not a man thing. Maybe that's just
Felix
thing.
No, maybe that's just like what you went through thing. Like, you know, because like I said, we carry a lot that we don't realize. You know, we carry a lot on our shoulders that we don't realize, that we don't talk about. You know, to a point that even we forget what we go through. You know, we forget what.
Even though you remind me that my dad was still available to me.
Yeah.
I did go through things, is what you're saying. Thank you. Thank you.
Now, are we at that point now that we're doing the competition with who's...
Jesus Christ.
I love it. You know what's funny? It was more me and Ronnie do that too. See, like, I lost my dad. I was like, well, it was nice to have one.
Yeah.
It's like we're sitting there. But that's one of the things right there. Like we carry it. We carry it. We joke about it, but you know, it affects our decision on simple fact of vacation. Those guys that love vacation probably had it easy. Maybe they didn't, but maybe they use vacation as a release.
I feel like a lot of people have like experiences like I did or like you did, and they have the complete opposite reaction of us, where it's like, no, I've had this experience as a child and I want to do more. And I'm like, I think that's so cool.
Yeah,
but I'm just, and then a part of me is just kind of like, ugh. Like,
that's great.
You know? Yeah. Like, and I think when I know we have it planned out, even though I suck at planning, I do. Because like you said, our wives are like, they go in right from the beginning and they have it all. And I'm always just kind of like, this is a lot. But then like when you're in it, it's like, it's actually kind of fun. Like that was cool.
Yeah.
You know, and we have pictures and stuff. And I think I was kind of like reflecting, and I was like, I think I should probably be better at these things. Well, I know I need to be better at these things, but then I was just curious. You know?
Maybe
So I'm glad we're talking about it.
Well, maybe start thinking like if you know, if there's another vacation, maybe start thinking about that good part. You know, like maybe that's a good start. Because like I said, every time I go visit to your house, that's a mini vacation for me, and I know for a fact that as soon as I walk in that door, it's relaxed time.
Yeah, and that's how it is like when I go to Delaware too. So it's just like, when I go to mom's and you guys come over and we go to your house, and when you guys come over here, I think it's all depending on the environment, like the people in your circle.
I guess you're right too.
But I'm very blessed that we have a home with a pool and space to host, and I've grown to get really used to that. And I think that probably now in my life, I'm more like the staycation that you talked about. We talked last week. That's more of a we could do that. I'm trying to not spend as much money this year, only because I'm just trying to really scale back.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of, there's things that I'm trying to do, and it gets tough because you do want to then go out and have a good time, especially you want to maintain the date life with your significant other, whatever it is. You want to invest in that, and sometimes that does take some coin. And there's times where I'm like, yeah, man, I mean, I could easily just park my truck in the driveway for 5 days and not go anywhere. And I'm like, I think most guys could do that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think there's times where that's cool, and then there's times where that's not cool. And I think finding balance is key.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a good sign too. That means your home is your comfort zone.
Oh yeah.
So that's boom. That's a good sign there. That to a fact that staycations are the things now. So if you can find comfort in your home, and that's a big thing. So I think nowadays staycations are the shit. I would staycation. I don't mind staycation. We actually staycation a lot.
Now, I would staycation, but dump my kids off on my in-laws or something. Or my mom, hey, Mom, can you... And I hate to say it that way, America, but here's the truth, is there's times where you just need to get your kids out of your hair.
Yeah.
And because staycations at home with your kids is a different staycation than when it's just you and your lady.
Yep.
It's just different. And there's times where once in a blue, my mother-in-law will watch the kids overnight. Mama Rosa and Daddy-O, they'll watch the kids overnight. And Alexandra and I will go out maybe a Friday night, and we'll come home and be like, this is weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You kind of start missing your kids a little bit, but then that ends in 5 seconds.
Yep.
And and you start having drinks, and you're and then you go to sleep and you wake up, and it's just kind of you want to go out and grab a coffee?
Yeah.
And it's that's cool. I don't mind doing that because we're investing in ourselves and we're staying home.
Yep.
So I think it's a give and take. Both, you learn from what your spouse is able to provide, and as far as how they live. Because Alexandra is I'm an introvert. She's an extrovert, and I know that you and Ronnie both. You're probably more of an extrovert than Ronnie.
Oh yeah.
But you guys balance each other out, and that's what it takes.
Yeah,
that's what it takes, America.
Takes
balance.
Balance.
Balance. So staycation is I think we're voting for staycation.
Yeah. Well, especially nowadays, staycation is probably the best. I don't think you want to be flying anywhere.
Nobody wants to be flying right now, dude.
Yep. So I think staycation. You know what? To get creative, especially in your relationship, I think finding out the best way to staycate or stay vacation is the key. I think people have overdone vacations so much that they forget that having that time at home can actually build more comfort in that home. So imagine if you and your wife had the greatest time, because you got to remember, you married your wife, you didn't marry your kids. So it is okay to send your kids away, So Ronnie had to teach me that, because I had that father's guilt. So when I sent them away, but Ronnie had to teach me, you married me first. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. So
right.
when you build that, so when you build that real creative way to enjoy your home with your wife without the kids as a vacation, turn your house into that Airbnb that you wanted to go to, bring the mattress downstairs to the living room or something like that, switch it up, and then just have fun with your wife, because then that house becomes a little brighter, it comes a little better, and a little bit more fun.
When we celebrated our wedding anniversary in this past November, we decided to kind of scale it back. Like not that we do grand things, but we went and slept in a hotel in Reading, only because it was away, but not too far away.
Yeah.
And it was kind of funny because I'm like, we were joking. Like, we got there and we're in Reading. And I'm like, I don't know if you've been to Reading lately. And it was funny. Like, we're like, this is how Readians live. And,
this is how Readians live.
Like, we made it in the shout out to Reading. If anybody's watching this, then not that we're that popular. But the funny thing is Alexandra's cousin, her and her husband were in Italy. I believe it was Italy at the same exact time.
Oh, wow.
And they posted a photo on Facebook. No, they texted Alexandra. Her cousin texted her a picture. And she texted us. So it's a group chat, the couples. And I took us. We're in the garage in Reading, the hotel garage. And the hotel garage, you could see like the landscape of Reading.
Yeah.
Out. And I took a snapshot of Reading.
And
I said, but yo, what you know about Reading?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're in Italy. Here's Reading. But, I bring that up because it was something different.
Yeah.
And the hotel was dope. And we got out and we had a good time. And that, to me, I consider that a staycation in a way. Because we didn't we went to Reading. It was a 45-minute drive. But, it was just us.
That was a creative way of doing it. That's what I mean. Like, there's a lot of things locally that you can do. I like around here is when we go off season, because the hotel prices are way cheaper. We go to Ocean City and we just get a hotel overnight. That was, a great night. And it's only about 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
So it helps.
Well, I think the Dave and I we love vacations, but I think we love staycations more.
Yeah.
We want to stay put. We want to vacate the house of our kids, and we want to stay put.
Yep.
Maybe we can push for our wives to do a little more staycations. I don't know.
Or 50-50.
You're always a 50-50.
I'm always a 50-50 guy, man. It's just a 50-50.
I wish I had your ability to look at a glass
50-50
half full. Yeah, I'm always a half empty person.
I do.
Get the fuck out of
do.
here. All right, well, Dave and I will be continuing these conversations as much as possible, and I hope you enjoy these conversations because we love talking to each other.
Yeah.
The audience just happens to be eavesdropping in on our fuckery. That's what
literally what it is.
But I tell you what, I would love to hear if anybody gives a fuck. I would love to hear from you guys, from the audience. Dave and I want to know, like, if you're a guy, if you're a gal, if I can say that in today's world. If you like to go on vacations, let us know. If you don't, let us know why. Are we on to something with the staycations? Are we behind? Maybe the staycation has been a thing already, and the Dave and I, we've just finally showed up to the party. And we were unaware that it's been going on for years.
Dude, with inflation, I think staycation is going to be it right now.
It's going to be a new thing. It's going to be a new wave.
Oh, hell yeah.
No pun intended. It's going to be a fake artificial wave
in
the backyard of our staycation or BRB, not BRB. What is it? Airbnb?
Airbnb.
What the fuck I'm talking
BRB, be right back.
All right. Yeah, we'll be right back. Until then, we're going to sign off now because we got lives too, you fucking people. God bless you all. It's cold out. Stay safe. Stay warm. Dave, you have any final parting words for the people?
Yes, I'm going to go eat. I'm fucking starving.
Dave, go eat. Don't starve. I'm going to go eat too because I haven't eaten either. All right, that's the Dave. I'm Felix. This is Bro Church. Y'all be safe.
Peace.
Bye-bye.